this is Diana, aka Pop Culture Diva 42, and this is a response to a video made by the YouTubers Free. I don't think I need to tell you who Deadpoolzilla, Mount Vernon Kid, and Ziploc Gory are because they're far more popular than I am, but they recently uploaded a discussion a couple of days ago on whether DC and Warner Bros. Should change their strategy, and instead of doing live-action superhero movies, they should stick to doing big summer blockbuster-style animated movies. I think it's only fair that I present some counter-arguments to their position, because this particular discussion turned into a one-hour rant on all the things that Warner Bros. Is doing wrong, and simultaneously a one-hour love letter to all the direct-to-DVD animated features that DC and Warner Bros. Have been putting out over the years, but they haven't really presented the other side of the coin. I'm going to be playing devil's advocate a little bit, not because I don't respect their opinions, but I think it's only fair. So a big point of their argument for DC Warner Bros. Switching to superhero animated movies is that animated movies over the years have been so good, and they talk a lot about Under the Red Hood and even New Frontier and Mask of the Phantasm and a couple of others. And, superhero stories that are in animated form would do much better and would be more faithful to the source material. Now, I'm not disputing that the animated medium is better suited for superhero stories. What I am disputing is that the quality of the story depends solely on the medium. You see, direct-to-DVD animated features, like the ones that DC is making, are aimed directly at guys like Deadpoolzilla and Ziploc Gory and Mount Vernon Kid. And they are the target audience. You see, the problem is the target audience, not the medium. Because if you made an animated superhero movie that is aimed for the general audience, there is no guarantee that the story won't have the exact same problems that the live-action version would have. The perfect example for this are the Disney movies. Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid, the Disney movie, has nothing to do with the fairy tale that was written by Hans Christian Andersen. In that story, the fish bitch dies at the end. So you see, the problem is not the medium, it is the target audience. As long as studios are going to make these movies for a mainstream audience, they are going to modify the source material to hell, okay? Because the mainstream audience doesn't care about seeing a good superhero movie or a good superhero story. They care about seeing a good movie, period. And superhero movies already have the stigma over them about being big and dumb and having zero intellectual value or whatnot. And The Dark Knight did a little to kind of help that, but for all the good that The Dark Knight did, Green Lantern came in and did far more bad. The best way to lend credibility to a superhero project is to hire a good cast or to hire a good director, so that people that are not fans of those characters will at least go and see it, because Chris Evans is in it, or because this or that is in it. And a good director, why do you think that they would spend money on Kenneth Branagh or on Zack Snyder, or why do you think they would try to get Darren Aronofsky? Because a good director lends a superhero movie project credibility. All that would be lost if DC and Warner Brothers, or anybody really, switched to superhero animated movies. Think about it this way: would anybody give a shit that Christian Bale would be voicing Batman instead of playing Batman? And speaking from a geek perspective, the thing about a superhero movie is it's not just about seeing the final product. It's about the build-up and the anticipation. And it's about going online and seeing pictures and seeing the trailers and discussing how this costume looks on that actor and how that actor is going to play that scene. And for instance, when the Captain America pictures were just starting to come out and you had that first picture of Chris Evans being shirtless, I went on Superhero Hype and I said something like, "Oh, look, they shaved his chest." And then a second, people were on me like, "Oh, fangirls, all you do is nitpick like somebody shaved his chest. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Who cares?" And it was not and I was just making like a little male, and I'm supremely aware of when Chris Evans takes his shirt off in a movie, and he does that a lot, so I'm kind of aware of the foliage going on his pectorals. So, you know, when the pictures came out, I just noticed that he was clean shaven on his chest, because he usually comes out shirtless all the time, and he always has chest hair. And it wasn't like I was nitpicking, I was just making a comment. Would that discussion have taken place if the movie had been animated? No. So in conclusion, it's okay to make a case for this, but you just have to be mindful of all the factors involved, you know. The target audience is the problem, not the medium of the story. If you change the superhero animated movies, then the credibility of the genre will be completely lost, and the process of anticipating the movie will be a lot drier. Now, if you really want to do something about the situation, if you want to do something, you just gotta work with the target audience. So DC and Warner Brothers, you know what they need to do, and this is a far more utopian idea than what Ziploc Gory, Man-Bird and Kid, and Dipplezilla thought of. DC needs to digitize shitloads of comics and translate them for countries like my country, or print out shitty, cheap-ass versions of comics, you know, cheaper paper, fewer colors, whatever, and have diamond distributors ship them out to countries like my own, you know. Let's educate these people. And in 10 to 20 years, when everybody in Eastern Europe and stuff will be reading comics, you know, it will be the perfect time to put out movies that are completely faithful, because everybody will know what the fuck is going on.